Alrighty, time for Duelist Kingdom action, and in this one, Mako Tsunami takes on Syrus. So Mako has struggled. He won his opening 2 games, and then he lost his next 3. So surprisingly, he has actually struggled. Mako performed really well in fact, I think Mako's done well in all the tournaments that we've had so far. Syrus, on the other hand, he too has played very well so far. Syrus is one of the top players, and I'll just pull up the table. Syrus is 9th, he's 3-2, so he's played pretty well. Mako is 2-3, he's sitting at 24th, so Mako could be sitting a little bit higher. It's just the way, because there's a lot of players who are tied on 2 and 3. But Syrus has 1 extra win, so you know, maybe we'll get a pretty even matchup in this one. Mako has started off with Jellyfish, that's a 1500 defense. Syrus plays down a face down spell or trap. Oh, sorry, that's a face down defense. There's Mask of Weakness from Mako. That's a useful card. He's got the Legendary Fisherman, and he's going to summon it straight to the field. So Jellyfish departs, and the 1850 of Legendary Fisherman. That's it's going to be quite tough for Syrus. Oh, Mixeroid. Mixeroid is a very dangerous card because Syrus can summon Armoroid, which is a 2700, by attributing that 2200 defense, which has been debated as maybe a little bit too strong. Syrus, oh, he doesn't. I mean, he's just played Steamroid, which again is a pretty good card as well. That can gain 500 attack during the damage step. However, Mako does have that Mask of Weakness. Now, interestingly, Syrus hasn't tributed that Mixeroid to summon Armoroid. It can only pull monsters from the deck, which means it is possible then that Armoroid might be in Syrus's hand. Because that is the downside to Mixeroid. If you have the best Roid monsters in your hand, you can't pull them out of the deck. Mako now has just drawn Starboy. That's going to give him a 500 point buffer, and Mako is going to be able to knock off Mixeroid. Syrus, maybe he waited, maybe Armoroid is in his hand. And Mixeroid it can tribute itself, but it has to tribute a machine monster on the field. Either way, Mako has taken massive field advantage. Mixeroid is gone, and Syrus is down on life points and is staring down quite a fair bit of attack power. He's just played Patroid, which is 1200. That can at least get rid of Starboy. It'll drop Legendary Fisherman back down to its original 1850. Whoa. I'm going to guess that Syrus probably has Armoroid in his hand, because if you don't have Armoroid in your hand, it is by far the best card for Syrus to play. And he absolutely would, so... But if Armoroid is in hand, it cannot be special summoned with the effect of Mixeroid. 1850, that'll be 650 more off Syrus. He'll be down to 6050. So Mako... He's lost 3 in a row. He really would not want to lose a 4th in a row. Now Syrus, he had 6 cards in hand. There's a face down spell or trap. And now plays Jetroid. At the time this card is selected as an attack target by an opponent's monster, you can activate trap cards from your hand. That's actually a pretty good effect. White Dolphin is destroyed. So Syrus not opting for defense, he's opting to try to keep cards off Mako's field. That Jetroid has 1800 defense, it's just 50 below the Legendary Fisherman. And Mako, if he loses Legendary Fisherman, he could be in a bit of trouble. He's only got Kyryushin, he's just played Cannonball Spear Shellfish, and has equipped it with the power of Kaishin, so... Alright, Jetroid under attack. Oh, Mask of Weakness. Now Syrus technically could have kept that in his hand and still activated it. But there goes the Legendary Fisherman, and Mako, if he attacked with Cannonball Spear Shellfish first, he may have actually kept his Legendary Fisherman on the field there. But if Syrus can get rid of Cannonball Spear Shellfish, Mako is in a bit of trouble. However, Syrus has not. He's played a face down defense. Oh, and there's Monster Reborn. That is a fantastic draw for Mako, who now tributes Cannonball Spear Shellfish to summoned Kiryushin. I think he might have 2 on his Shard of Greed there as well. He's just played Monster Reborn, and the Legendary Fisherman is making an immediate return. It is Mako's, well, it was his favourite card, wasn't it, before he lost it to Wheeler? Oh no, it's only got 1. Okay. 1850 in for attack. It is Bat, one of Syrus's throwaway monsters that go well with that Mixeroid. Syrus does have quite a few of those, like 300 attackers. He's got a couple of 500s with Bokochi. So I guess him having all those weaker monsters does actually even out when he does have Mixeroid. Because if he doesn't draw Mixeroid and he draws all those weaker monsters, Syrus's deck suddenly becomes very bad. Syrus plays a face-down spell or trap. Mako's drawn Floodgate Trap Hole, which is quite useful as well. It'll flip a monster to face-down defense and will lock it in face-down defense, so it can't be flipped face back up. Shard of Greed activated. Mako also drew High Tide Gyojin, which is a 1650 bottom dweller as well. That's part of a fusion for Deep Sea Shark. Bottom dweller and Hongyo fused together to make that. Alright, 18 and 18 is 1600. 46 plus a 650 is 5250. Add the 250s, it should be 5350 altogether. Now Syrus did play 1 Day of Peace, so no life point damage was able to be exchanged. But Syrus is in striking range of losing the rest of his life points. I think I've got that right. So 1650. 3650. 4650, 5250, yeah, 5300 is what it all is together. Not 5350, it's 5300. Now Syrus has played Monster Reborn. Now what will he pull back here? He's pulled back Mixeroid, 2200 defense. I was going to say he could pull back Steam Gyroid. Mako, though, does have a couple of... Actually, it's probably a good thing that Syrus didn't pull back Steam Gyroid because Mako had Waboku. But 2200 defense, Syrus may be looking to activate the effect of that Mixeroid now that it's back on the field. And Mako now can't get rid of it. So Syrus could actually get something going. If Syrus doesn't tribute it for Armoroid, we are safely going to assume that Armoroid is in his hand, and it's been in Cyrus's hand since the start of the game. He's just hasn't had 2 monsters on the field to be able to tribute it. There's a face-down defense for Syrus. End phase, so Armoroid's got to be in Cyrus's hand. There's Thunder of Ruler. Now Mako he's going to have to attack that face-down defense, so I think it's within a good call to assume that Armoroid possibly has been in Cyrus's hand since the start. It's Tricula. Okay, so that can special summon Bicula, and then when Bicula's destroyed, that too can special summon Unicycler. I think so. Syrus may just be opting to try to get those 2 cards out of his deck, I guess, but... Well, that now may summon Unicycler. I mean, they're weak cards, but they are useful. It's kind of like Bubonic Vermin, where they're... if your opponent's only got 1 monster and they destroy it, you can sort of pull another one. It can be useful for tributes. Kiryushin finishes off that job. Now, 2200 defense, still tough for Mako to get through here. He would need he'd need an equip card. He's got Steel Shell. I think he's already used Power of Kaishin. He does have Umi. That won't power up Legendary Fisherman though. When Umi is on the field, it's unaffected by spell cards. That includes field cards. That was 7 Tools of the Bandit, so even if Syrus activates a trap card, Mako's got a lot of protection on his back rank there, so it's going to be very tough for Syrus to actually break through Mako's forces. Umi will also reduce the strength of that 2200 defensive Mixeroid as well. Umi will reduce machine monsters. Amazon of the Seas. Mako can do nothing but skip his turns here. He's still got a lot of life points though, Mako. He hasn't lost many. Syrus has nearly lost half of his, but still could be anyone's game. Syrus now has 7 cards in hand. He could also just be waiting to try to... Oh, he just threw a card to the graveyard. Ambulance Void. Or is that Decoy Void? It's one of the two. It's on my laptop screen. Everything is actually a lot smaller than what it would be on the TV because the HDMI port doesn't seem happy. Fiend Kraken was drawn by Mako, but again, he can't do anything. He's just sitting and waiting. And Syrus again, still with 7 cards in hand, and again he too. So they've ended up in a stalemate here, Syrus and Mako. Neither player able to break through the other one. And Syrus, actually I think that might be Decoy Roid. There's Polymerization. Now bottom dweller's in hand. If Mako draws Tongyo, we could see Deep Sea Shark. We don't see that very often. But if Deep Sea Shark comes to the field and Mako draws Umi, that will actually get over Mixeroid as well. So that's another potential that Mako could get here. If he draws Steel Shell, he could put Legendary Fisherman to 2250. Or Mako, I don't think Mako's drawn Offerings to the Doomed yet. It's a shared card between all the duelists in the tournament. Oh, there's Steel Shell. Oh, Syrus activates Waboku. Straight off the bat as well. Mako activates 7 Tools of the Bandit to block it. Oh, and Syrus activates 7 Tools of the Bandit to block 7 Tools of the Bandit, so Syrus would have played Waboku now. He must have Armoroid in his hand. He wants to stop cards getting destroyed so he can get Armoroid to the field. Mako, he can do nothing here. He has to pass his turn. He's got Waboku himself. He's also got Thunder of Ruler. So Mako could buy himself another couple of turns. Oh, Mystical Space Typhoon. Oh, wow. So Mako's activated it. Mystical Space Typhoon actually targeted that Waboku, so Mako still has the option to activate it. So even though Waboku was targeted, its effect now is still in play, so that is the downside to targeting Waboku with a Mystical Space Typhoon. Ah, and there it is. He must have had Armoroid. He must have had it from the start of the duel. So, when you think about it, that's 28 turns of that card just sitting in hand. Floodgate Trap Hole, I completely forgot about that. Now Armoroid's been pulled to the field, and unfortunately, Syrus is not going to be able to use it. So it's now stuck face down. Now, Armoroid's effect still active. Oh, Armoroid's effect activated. Wow, okay, so if we analyze that, Armoroid sends face down spells and traps back to the hand. I actually forgot about that effect until I just seen it played to the field then. But because Floodgate Trap Hole gets sort of like the priority, and then it removes itself from the field anyway, the effect of it's still activated. Put Armoroid face down, then Armoroid's effect activated. It's a weird way. I never knew that's how they kind of line up in sequence. Definitely would have got that wrong if I was playing that back in the day with without the effect of the digital game. And because of that effect, because of the way that all worked out, Syrus is now out of life points. What a first match that was. Mako is up 1-0, so he is now just 1 win away from breaking his season point losing streak. I've got my comments open now as well. Bonkatsu12 says, thanks for the shout out, mate. Love your vids. Keep them up. The Spawn Trapper as well, who said, I think Barox might be the worst fusion in the history of the game. It's one of. I would actually say Rare Fish is the worst fusion because it's 1500 attack and I think maybe like 1200 defense. But to actually fuse Rare Fish and get it to the field, you have to fuse... what's Rare Fish? It's Fusionist and something else, I think. So you actually have to fuse something else and then fuse again to fuse that fusion into Rare Fish. It is extremely difficult to summon. So Syrus, he's got Truckroid there as well. Down goes Unicycler. He's also got Rush Recklessly and Mask of Weakness. We could be seeing the effect of Truckroid come into play in this one. Kodos Skopos as well said Mystical Sand is my fave because of Forbidden Memories. For a fusion, it can be any female monster under 2100 attack regardless of the type. I might have said female fairy or something. That is actually correct, any female monster. Because I use Mystical Elf to do that fusion as well. And that's a spellcaster, it's not a fairy. There's Truckroid. Mako's got a face-down defense. There's Rush Recklessly. What happened to Mask of Weakness? Mystical Space Typhoon. Tackle Snake. So 1050 is going to go onto Truckroid. Truckroid is a very dangerous card. It can power up very, very quickly. Also, shoutouts to Demi Henny as well for commenting on Ishizu and Panic. Also, Alexis and Duke. Oh man, that Alexis and Duke match from yesterday, that was completely unhinged. It was very fun, but completely unhinged. Now, Syrus has drawn Mixeroid. Mako has no monsters on the field. Again, he does not have any monsters on the field. Maybe Mako has drawn a bit of a dud hand. Oh, Floodgate Trap Hole. And it's hit Mixeroid, so now Syrus can't get it face up and use its effect. Otherwise, we would have probably been seeing Armoroid. Mako, though, is still open to an attack. 2050. 5950 for Mako, still 8000 for Syrus. Also, shoutouts to Sukowski, Drawing While Talking, Syrus DC, who did say 2600 power for a 6-star. Does think that's strong for this, or maybe a bit too strong for this era. That's referring to Trance and Magic Swordsman. I've been thinking maybe giving Ishizu the Light Monarch and dropping Trance, because that's 2400, might be a bit more reasonable. Yugi does have Summon Skull though, that's 2500 with 6 stars. Alright, Decoy Roid went in for the attack, so Truckroid's even safe from attacks here. Syrus might lose a few life points from it, but damn, Mako is, again, has not played any monsters to the field. He appears to be struggling in this one. Oh, there's 7-coloured fish. And straight to the battle phase, so that will only be able to go after Decoy Roid. Torrin Johnson as well. Joey and Bakura, Dark Sanctuary. They're guaranteed to have the most entertaining and funny duels. Joey and Duke are like... There was someone who commented who was drawing while talking and said, how often do you see a duelist do more damage to themselves when we talk about Joey and Duke? Well, yes, those two. Those two will damage themselves more than the opponent sometimes. Turn change back to Mako, who used Wabaku to protect these 7-coloured fish. Oh, tribute. Is it Terra King? It is Terra King Salmon. I love this card. 5 stars, 2400, which also is very strong. It's the same as Red Eye's Black Dragon, and Red Eye's is 7. Truckroid is done. So Mako has got that really risky card of Truckroid off the field. There's a Magic Jammer. Now Syrus is holding Monster Reborn. Mako, of course, doesn't know that, but if Mako destroys Mixeroid, he is going to get himself into a lot of trouble, because Syrus will then be able to draw Mixeroid back and then summon Armoroid. I can see that happening already. There's Great White. And we're off to the battle phase. Mako, he targets Mixeroid. He knew where it was, he wants to get it off the field. Mind you, it couldn't flip up though, so it wasn't really any threat, but could it still flip up any other way? Probably not, but I mean, Mako would have had to have destroyed it anyway to get it off the field to attack. Now, Syrus does have Monster Reborn. Unknowing to Mako, but that is going to bring back Mixeroid. And this could now be very bad for Mako. Moonwolfie as well, commented from yesterday, Super Palco. Great job from Duke, even if he just plays complete dumb in the first match. That's why I love Duke Devlin's deck though. Oh man, that dice jar, that thing is... It's always entertaining to watch Duke. Even if win or loss, it doesn't matter with Duke. You know you're going to get something just completely outrageous. 2,700 now. Terra King Salmon is done. Armoroid. Well, this one has turned around once again. Tell you what, these two are playing a classic at the moment. Mako now 5 cards in hand. He plays down a face down spell or trap now. He's got Great White still on the field. Oh, it's another tribute. And it is Seeking Dragon. 2,000 attack. Oh, okay. Bait play. There goes Bakoichi the Frightening Car. Does Mako have Mask of Weakness on the field, ready to jump on that Armoroid? Mystical Space Typhoon. If that is Mask of Weakness, we're about to find out. It is... Oh, it's Magic Jammer. Oh, okay. Maybe Mako trying to bluff all there, but Mixeroid now has just tributed itself. Wobbly pull. You can pull that UFO card, which is quite a good one as well. What's he pulled? Steamoid. Yeah, that's still a good option as well. Can gain 500 attack during the damage step. It'll lose 500 attack if it's being attacked, but it'll put it to 2,300. Mako will be down to 3,000. 27 and 12 is 3,900. So Syrus is going to pick up match number 2. Again, what a match. These two are playing an absolute blinder of a match. Mako's life points hit 0, so that means bonus points are off the table because neither player can win 3-0. So at 1-1, we will go to a third and final match to determine the season point. SCH292 said, I was hoping Duke would knock himself out because he pretty much knocked out most of his own life points anyway. And I think Alexis was going for the 13th grave and misclicked. Yeah, that was possible with that A12 Cyber. I think that was in that second match. But man, that third match from Duke, he took 6,000 life points with Dice Jar. He actually got it right on in that third duel. Alright, what are we starting off with here? Takramenus, a member of a race of sea serpents that freely travels through the sea. Oh, Drillroid. Drillroid is a great card that can destroy defense position monsters without applying any damage calculation. But I mean, Takramenus is 1,200 anyway, so it doesn't really make any difference here. However, that is bad for Syrus because Mako is holding Aqua Spirit. It needs to remove a water monster from the graveyard from play, but it's an Aqua type, and Mako has Power of Kaishin, so he could potentially destroy Drillroid here. He's played Crazy Fish. Aqua Spirit can also change the battle position of one of Syrus's monsters is it at the standby phase or the main phase? But it's Aqua Spirit's a pretty good card. It's one of the first cards I ever pulled in a booster pack as well. I still have it too. There goes Drillroid at 7,700 for Syrus and 1,600, so that'll be 6,100 for Syrus. Mako off to a good start for the third match. I really want Mako to end his losing streak at the expense of Syrus. So I don't dislike Syrus. Don't really care that much for him either, but I don't dislike him. Oh, Offerings to the Doomed. So no draw phase for the next turn for Syrus. Who's my favourite GX character? Well, it's not Syrus. My favourite GX character... I don't know. I like Chaz. I mean, everyone likes Chaz. Actually, I did really like Bastion until they kind of... I'll use the term jobber, since there are a lot of wrestling fans who watch these Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels. Bastion kind of became a jobber. If you're not a wrestling fan, it means you're a wrestler who will constantly lose to opponents to boost the opposing wrestler's popularity at the expense of your own. That's what, because Bastion got absolutely slapped around by Tanya, and like he was listed as like a really good duelist, and then just kind of lost all the time. There's Rescue Roid, 1600. It was Express Roid that departed. There goes Enchanting Mermaid. Express Roid had 1600 defense. But Syrus can't defend forever. Mako draws. Ooh, Turtle Oath. And Syrus, oh, he's flipped up Thunder of Ruler. Mako doesn't activate his own 7 Tools of the Bandit. It does mean that Syrus could get that Rescue Roid to defense mode. It is 1800 defense, unless Syrus elects to destroy them both. Nope, he has selected defense mode. So conservative from Syrus, not rushing into attacks. Mako draws Polymerization, Shard of Greed now at 2, so he will draw 2 additional cards, and they are Boulder Tortoise and Yugioh Karu. Mako has played Yugioh Karu. I don't mind him leaving Boulder Tortoise in his hand. That's 6 stars. Crab Turtle is 8, so if Mako draws Crab Turtle, Boulder Tortoise is quite useful for that because of its high star count. It's Bikiller. Is that strategy from Syrus? Is he looking for a tribute? Does he have Armoroid? Could he tribute both of these for Armoroid? If he does, that's how you play that Bikiller and Tricula. Oh, he does! Ah, brilliant from Syrus. Armoroid will also throw that 7 Tools of the Bandit out as well. Ah, what a play from Syrus. Mako went with the face-down defense. Cyrus took the chance with Bikiller. Actually, even if it got attacked again, he could have called the other one Bikiller, Tricula, Unicycler. Now Mako throws down another defense. That's all he can do now. He's almost got to hope that he draws Crab Turtle. Oh wait, no, Crab Turtle can't get over 2750 though. Oh, 2700, sorry. Crab Turtle's 2550. So even with Crab Turtle, Mako won't be able to defeat Armoroid head-to-head. He would need something else to power Crab Turtle up. Flying Penguin is destroyed. Cyrus also played another face-down defense. I believe Mako could get back into this though if he's lucky enough. The Furious Sea King doesn't help though. It would in Duelist of the Roses. When Furious Sea King is flipped up, it transforms adjacent squares into aqua terrain. There's Jetroid, 1200. And now Syrus, if that's attacked, he can activate trap cards from his hand. With for all those who played Duelists of the Roses, how badly do we need a revamp of that game or a remaster or something? For those who never played it, if you can get your hands on a PS2 and a copy of the game, I don't remember if it came out on Xbox or GameCube. I don't think it did. I think it was just PS2. I could be wrong though, but oh, what a game. Now 1600 with Great White takes out Jetroid. Means that Mako could potentially take 1100 points of damage, which would put him on 5400. Cyrus at 5200 though. Tell you what, these two have been neck and neck for basically the whole match. This is the sort of duel that this tournament was designed for. So now Mako's lost 3 duels in a row. He's mid-tier right now, and even Syrus with that Mixeroid and Armoroid, it's still been relatively even, so I think it's okay for Syrus to keep hold of that Mixeroid. Down goes Wow Warrior, although Mako did block it in one duel with Floodgate Trap Hole. He's the only duelist that has that, so... Mako is... Syrus has got 2 cards face down. Oh no, he's just tributed 1 for... A face down defense, what would that be? Oh, I think that might be Woodborg Impachi. That's 2500 defense, 500 attack. There's Floodgate Trap Hole, speak of the devil. Unfortunately, he can't trap Armoroid with it again. In fact, that's how Mako won the first match. He trapped Armoroid with that Floodgate Trap Hole. There's Gyroid. Maybe Floodgate Trap Hole could be a shared card, because its effect is pretty useful without destroying an opponent's monster. There goes Wow Warrior, and Mako is running out of options. It looks like he may be picking up a 4th consecutive loss. I believe that Mako can get back. He has had some tough opponents, so he will come up against easier opponents again as the tournament progresses. Although we want all the duelists to be fairly even. That includes Bones. We have given Bones a couple of new cards. I think he's playing soon as well. I think he plays against Axel. In fact, his duel might actually be the next one scheduled after this one. It is too. It is too. Axel and Bones. Now, this match has been very, very long, and it's starting to get late as well. Might only be able to get through commentating one tonight. 7 completed. 7 completed. 3,400. So 39, 42, it'd be 4,500 altogether. So if all these attacks hit, which they will, Mako will be down to 900 life points. And he will, even if he draws Crab Turtle now, he can't win. The only way Mako can win this is... I don't think he can, no. Even with all the weaker monsters on the field, Mako does not have a... With only 900 life points, he could get it. Could have been wiped out by Woodborg and Patchy. He goes for the face-down defense. I am guessing that's just to show us what it was. And it was a card that can't be destroyed by battle once per turn, I think. It's not that outright can't be destroyed by battle. I think that one's only once per turn. Okay, there goes Fiend Kraken. Syrus has picked up a 2-1 win in what was an absolute gem of a match. That was a really, really good match between Mako and Syrus. So Syrus will move up a little bit in the rankings again. Mako, unfortunately, though, he's dropping down a little bit further. But I believe in Mako. I believe he really could come back and get back up there into that top 8 ranking for when the final series comes, when all 32 rounds have concluded. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in, and thanks for leaving all the comments as well. Not sure if I'll be able to get through Bones and Axel tonight or not. We will see. Thanks for tuning in, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, take care, farewell.